While more and more motorists are opting to downsize when it comes to large 7-seat 4x4s, there are still a select few who like the space and off-road capability you get from cars like the Kia Sorento and the Land Rover Discovery Sport. Now it's been over 10 years since Mitsubishi last sold the Shogun Sport, but now it's back, and it's been given a new lease of life designed as a more roadworthy, yes utilitarian offering to the standard Shogun. Underneath, the Sport is based on the L200 pickup truck, but it's got much of the styling direction from the smaller Eclipse Cross crossover, plus the interior has been given a more family-friendly revision. But does it do enough to compete with the more affordable offerings in its class? Mechanically, there's very little that separates it from the L200 commercial vehicle. That means it gets the same 2.4 litre 4-cylinder diesel engine that pumps out 179 brake horsepower and 430 Nm of torque, and that's matched to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. It's not the most spirited of engines. 0 to 60 takes around 11 seconds and top speed is just over 110 miles an hour, and it's not particularly frugal either. Drive it carefully and it will return a claimed economy of around 33 mpg. The big difference though is that the leaf springs have been replaced with a more sophisticated multi-link suspension setup. This is designed to make it better suited to life on the road. The reality though is that it still has a hint of the commercial vehicle about it. The steering isn't as precise as more road-focused rivals, and it doesn't settle unless the road is totally smooth. Off-road is where the Sport really shines. It's armed with Mitsubishi's Super Select 2 all-wheel drive system, low-range gearbox and locking differentials. The Terrain Select will automatically set it up for gravel, snow and mud, sand and rocky ground too. It weighs an impressive 700mm and it can tow over 3.5 tons. While the cabin is less commercial than the L200, we'd class it as more durable than luxurious. It gets a useful 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system which controls the satellite navigation, DAB radio, phone and apps, but it's not as state-of-the-art as other systems out there. There are 2 trim versions available, but they are pretty well equipped, with all models getting leather seats, and the higher spec models armed with a host of safety aids like adaptive cruise control. Space, as you'd expect, is impressive. Adults of all sizes will find there's more than enough space in the first 2 rows, and it's the same story in the third row too. Overall, it's hard to recommend the Shogun Sport as a fully fledged 7-seat SUV. Yes, it ticks the boxes in being able to carry 7 people, and it's more than capable of the rough stuff, but realistically, most will spend their time on the tarmac, and there are considerably better offerings out there. Rivals are more comfortable, cheaper to run, and better to drive.